Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Fulfilled After 50 podcast. I am your host, Alice Edgerton, and today we are just talking about 7 ways to lower your stress. So, as we are entering the holiday season here, as women, we tend to just take on all the burden, right? Of the cooking, the cleaning, the shopping. And as the holiday season, it's joyous and it's fun and we're around family, but we naturally take on some of those stressors, right? So, some of the ways that have helped me in the holiday season, I want to pass on to you. So, there are 7 ways just to help lower that, and one of them is physical activity. Now, it doesn't have to be like a hard 1 hour, like sweat your butt off workout. It can just be like a 30-minute walk. Walk in the park, walk down the street, walk your dog, or just take a 30-minute yoga class. There are amazing YouTube videos out there that you can just lay down, do 30 minutes of yoga. Yoga, it's just like it boosts those endorphins in us and it lowers that cortisol level. The cortisol is what raises our stress hormones. So we want to lower that cortisol. And you can do that through some yoga or just taking a simple walk. The second way is to keep it simple. Like, I know we all want to have like everything perfect, our table perfect. We want to have the perfect gift that we buy. But if we just learn to like keep it simple, and sometimes that means delegating. Now, for me, I have a hard time delegating some of the things that I know that somebody else can do for me that would help lower the burdens. But sometimes, as perfectionists, we have a hard time delegating. We feel like if we don't do it, then it's not done right. And that's just not true. And if it's not done the way that we do it, it's okay. It's like we just need to learn to keep it simple. And the simpler we keep it, the better it will be. Like sometimes during like the Christmas holidays and Thanksgiving holidays, it's like every energy goes into this big meal we plan, right? So this holiday season, I'm just going to keep it a little bit simple and maybe buy like a beef tenderloin, cook a turkey, slice it up, have these little sliders that people can just put together as they come in, have some healthy salads, some sides, stuff that doesn't take a whole lot of time so I can enjoy the holiday season along with them, enjoy their company and enjoy being with the family, right? So that's the second thing. The third thing is take time for yourself. And that may just be 15 minutes of just doing some meditation. If you are not familiar with like a meditation practice, then just download the app Headspace. It really just guides you into that meditation. But like the other day when I was upstairs, I just took 15 minutes. I grabbed a book. My husband came in. He's like, I thought you said you were working. I'm like, I am. I'm working on myself because sometimes it just takes 15 minutes of reinforcing some positivity for yourself, taking some time to make yourself a little bit better so we are just productive and not reactive to a situation, right? So we want to be proactive instead of reactive. And that means just filling ourselves up first. And then the fourth thing is when you are surrounded by a lot of family, maybe you haven't seen in a long time, is I want you to remember to pick your battles. Anytime we are at a family function or we surrounded by a lot of friends or family, sometimes somebody can say something and it may trigger us. It may trigger something in us, some hurtful feelings or something, and our first instinct is to be reactive of that, right? But in lieu of the season and any time actually during the year, I want you to think about just letting it go. Just think of a way to just pick your battles and to walk away from a reaction that maybe normally you would have been super reactive to, but to take time to let it go. Because, guys, don't let the actions of others rob you of your joy. Because sometimes that's what it does, right? It robs us of our joy. So therefore, we can't be as joyous in that moment as we could be. So I want you to pick your battles, let things go, and don't let others rob you of your joy. The fifth thing is we are around a lot of foods that normally maybe we wouldn't be. If you were on that health journey, you're going into 2020 and you're thinking, how can I be the healthiest version of myself? Well, it starts now. And just be mindful of your eating. Maybe that means like you're up in your intake of water before you go to a party. It gives you a sense of fullness. And then when you're at that party, if food is tempting to you, it's maybe just take a bite and then put it down. Or maybe split something with your spouse or a friend or something. You just want to bite and then just let it go and let that be. Now, the sixth thing is laughter. Laughter is proven, guys, to be so healthy for us. The more we can laugh, the better it will be. I will tell you of a funny thing like I heard from somebody else is this lady went into Wawa and she was in line and there was this lady behind her and all she was purchasing was a ginger ale. And so she looked at the lady behind her and she's like, is that all you're getting? She's like, well, yes. Why? She's like, well, just in the holiday season, I just want to buy your ginger ale. And she's like, oh, okay. So, and she walked out of the Wawa and she was walking to her car and she noticed a guy cleaning her windshield. And she walked up to the guy and she's like, oh, thank you. It is just the season of so much gratitude and thankfulness. She gave him a big hug and then she realized it wasn't her car. It was actually his car. And she thought like he was doing a good deed of washing her windshield and it was actually his and not hers. And, just watching the laughter on her face makes you laugh. And guys, when you laugh, it lowers your cortisol so much. It increases your endorphins. It is the best thing for you to do is pick a movie to make you laugh. And then the seventh tip is music. Put on some music just to make you dance, make you just move your body. When we put on music, it just helps release those stressors that we feel. And then the bonus tip for you guys, if you do not keep a gratitude journal, is start a gratitude journal and write down 3 things that you are super grateful for every single day. Because when we are full with gratitude, it's impossible for us to feel any kind of other emotions. It's impossible for you to be angry or stressed or anything. So when you start a gratitude journal and you start just being thankful for everything you have right now, then it is so easy for us to go through the day with a positive attitude and not feel the stress that maybe normally we would feel. So those are just 7 with a bonus 8 tip for you to take during this season and any season of life, guys. So if you have not subscribed to this podcast, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button because I come to you every single week with a new podcast for inspiration, encouragement. Sometimes we have guests here and it just helps you just learn how to deal with things through life, making life easier, simpler, and helping somebody else along the way. All right, guys, have a great, great day. Say some kind words to somebody as you are out and about today. Have a great day.